Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Farmstead is the arena, and MLE Esports GG is the Twitch channel. Welcome to Minor League Esports, presented by APM Music. And in just a second, you will see my face, but the little square it's going to be in is going to be labeled Lychee because I'm Lychee. And right next to me is my very good friend Fallen. Fallen, it's been too long since we have casted together. How are you, and how has your brand new headset been treating you?
It has been treating me just fine. The audio is crispy clean, but not as clean as the plays we are about to see here over on MLE Esports GG. And after such an amazing start to our evening over at GG2, with my team, the Foxes, picking up a 5-0 sweep in Academy League,
nice.
I'm looking forward.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, we've got a double header in terms of franchises to look forward to today. So even more action. Fallen, it's going to be 2 times Bulls versus Spectre. We're starting off tonight with the Champion League rosters of these 2 franchises. In terms of just some quick overall team stats, Bulls definitely looking like the stronger team out of these 2. They're sitting in 7th place in the Orange Conference, so it's that last wild card spot for playoffs, sitting on a 27-23 game win-loss setup. Spectre, all the way at the bottom, 14 wins and 36 losses. So on paper, it's looking like a relatively top-heavy situation that we're about to see unfold. I hope that maybe player stats, Mr. Fallen, may shift the balance a little bit more in Spectre's favor, maybe? Crossing fingers?
Well, on the Spectre side of the field tonight, we have AppFox and Circuit Board. AppFox is someone who I know personally, and it's just a wonder to be around. He is so positive and so happy almost all the time. It's very hard to shake that man's confidence, and he's always just having a good time when he plays. And his partner, Circuit Board, is someone that we both know quite well from Four-Man's recently. Became an assistant session runner. You've played with him in actual 4-man sessions. He's a good player. He's got a lot of potential, and when he starts hooking up well with his teammate, can be an absolute dynamite on the field. But the roster they're going up against is arguably one of the strongest just in terms of player quality. You have Nixick, who I am vouching for as the best salary for salary player in MLE for Champion League. Genuinely speaking, this guy is terrifying to go up against, especially when he's on form. And even when he is not, he's still a menace to deal with. And then his partner for this evening, his partner in crime, you could say, is Chaser, who has really sort of proven that he is one of the better players in the... Pause there for a second because my brain decided to die. He is one of the stronger players in terms of stats, a 4.9 MVPR for this season, currently sat with 20 games played. He's the strongest player on this team in terms of that, and has really been the key figure in helping the Bulls push themselves into this wildcard position.
We're going to have to see how all of this stuff shakes out. Ladies and gentlemen, I hear some engine notes rising, which means we are ready to get the action underway. This is the Spectre versus the Bulls Champion League. 5 minutes up on the clock, and we are going to get this game started as quickly as possible. Like we said, AppFox and Circuit Board for the Spectre going up against Nixick and Chaser on the Bulls. AppFox trying to get the scoring started very early, but Nixick stopping that right there. Circuit Board, tried desperately just to walk that into the near post, but Nixick had other plans, cutting that out early. 30 seconds, all the attacking has come courtesy of the Spectre. Not something that we expected, again, on paper. Thank goodness that the Rocket League game is not played on paper, because we wouldn't have all of these wonderful surprises to deal with.
Yeah, and really, so far, it's been a case of the Bulls not finding the touches that they've wanted, and the Spectre being able to capitalize. But now as Chaser goes up in the air, it looks like they're starting to give them a little bit of room, a little bit of freedom, and that's the opposite of what you want to do against a roster that looks so offensively capable, like the Bulls one.
A great pass upfield. AppFox not quite in the right position to take advantage. Can't be Chaser, almost called a bull chaser, on that near post. Circuit board sending this straight up in the air. Dangerous, leaving it on a platter for Chaser to slam it home and give the Bulls the 1-goal lead.
An absolute monster on offense, and is starting off this series right. He scores 1.45 per game for this team on average. That's the same as Circuit Board does, and Circuit Board is their top goal scorer on the Spectre. This man has more goals than him, and is looking genuinely like a massive threat, considering he's not even the top goal scorer on his own team.
Terrifying prospect to come up against. Chaser winning that 50 over the top of Circuit Board. AppFox will take this after Nick Sick slammed that off of that sidewall, losing possession, but now regains it into his own corner. AppFox looking for that pass. Circuit Board is up, but won't make contact, and AppFox smartly opting not to challenge that ball, had 0 boost, so most certainly would have gotten caught way too far out of position. Chaser off that sidewall. Open goal for AppFox, but doesn't have enough pace behind the ball. That is a chance that the Spectre are desperately going to want back again for a second attempt.
Yeah, and especially in a situation where you've got what is basically an open net, one man back, and the other player on your team is currently marking them and keeping them away from the net. You've really got to take advantage of that opportunity when it opens up. Circuit Board will take that one this time around, though. We've got a tied game.
AppFox with that pass off the corner. Chaser did have an opportunity to get to it, but maybe jumped a little bit too late and not enough power behind it. Maybe a lack of boost not helping his efforts to get out to the ball in time. The game is all tied up. Fallen, it would seem we have a game on our hands.
It does look like that. I mean, the Spectre have come out fighting here in game number 1. They're taking it straight to the Bulls, and the Bulls themselves, they haven't found that same level of composure we've seen them have all season long here. We are at week 9. We've had 8 whole weeks of watching the Bulls terrorize the Champion League, but Circuit Board is terrorizing them on defense right now. He gets his second.
What a shot there. The self-pass off that left side wall. Chaser quite simply not able to challenge, so is stuck in the position where he needs to sit on that goal line and just gambled on it going low. Didn't pay off. Spectre with a 1-goal lead here. They will do well to give themselves at least 1 or 2 more goals as a cushion, and we could be looking at an unexpected result in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, the Bulls were definitely looking like the strongest, again, on paper coming in. But the Spectre, they have a lot to do to get themselves into a playoff position. Right now, they're doing everything they need to and more. Every time I start talking about how good they're doing, Circuit Board finds the back of the net. That's his third one.
It's been Circuit Board v Chaser every single time. That is the third one. That's the hat trick. Every single one assisted by AppFox as well. So far, 100% goal participation from both of the Spectre players. They're feeling themselves tonight. I'm loving this showing from the Spectre players right now, Fallen.
And right now, they're looking to try and get off their own half, but the Bulls, they have the ability to pressure them. They're just sort of giving them so much room and so much time. They're winning kickoff plays, but they're just not doing anything with it, and they're just throwing the ball away. Right now, Circuit Board almost gets a 4th straight beat onto Chaser. That time he was equal to it, though, able to clear it away. And the Spectre, they're looking like the much more dominant side here early on in this series, but a good little passing play from the Bulls almost opened their defense up completely.
AppFox waited so patiently on that one, and I cannot believe the patience. AppFox looking for a pass now. Nixon getting in the way. You feel like maybe they're getting a little bit too overconfident. He was so slow to challenge that ball at his own near post, but clearly it paid off. I don't know if they will find themselves being that lucky if they continue to play with such excessive patience. I don't know, maybe it's a gamble that'll pay off for them in the long run. So far, they're hanging out with their 2-goal lead with 60 seconds left. Might be reduced to 1. It will be courtesy of Chaser.
Fair play there from Nixon. Beats out the man closest to him, thinks about going for the shot, and then just rotates off almost. Got in the way of Chaser there, but fortunate timing for the Bulls will give them a lifeline in this game number 1. They're looking to take this one back.
Nick Sick and AppFox facing off. Nick Sick, a great kickoff win. Hands it to Chaser. How quickly was that? It's tied back up.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't even get to stop talking and they'd already put it in the back of the net. Brilliant win off the kickoff there from Nick Sick, though, to tee up Chaser. Circuit Board not expecting it off of that cheat upon kickoff, and there was very little that could have been done there in the case of Circuit Board. There was very little that he could react to in time, because by the time he was ready for the ball, it was already heading towards his net, and then back in before a second had gone. And again, there's another goal that goes in out of nowhere, and the Bulls are now leading.
Chaser, all 4 goals for his team. Circuit Board, all 3 goals for Spectre's team. And every single one of the Bulls' goals has also been assisted. So, I mean, it's just absolute back and forth. And I'm very surprised that the Bulls were able to storm back this quickly, and now all of us, I thought it was, you know, we'd see a little bit more of an even competition when it got to 3-3, but clearly the Bulls were not content with just tying it back up. They regained the lead now with 20 seconds here. Nick Sick trying to put this one in. AppFox clearing it wide. This one's still up, dangerous for a pass. Circuit Board, the double commit between him and AppFox, but it does get the job done. Final 10 seconds. Dangerous miss there. Circuit Board trying to pass it mid. No, AppFox knocks it just to the right of the post. That was their opportunity to equalize. Send it to overtime. It's not over. They need to keep it up. They won't do it. Bulls, by the skin of their teeth, take game 1.
And that is exactly what we expected, just not in the format that we did. We thought the Bulls would have this one in a dominant sense. No, they had to come back from nothing to get that 3-1 down. What a comeback, and what a way to start off this series.
Brilliant. At 100% goal participation across all 7 goals that were scored here, and a whopping shot total as well. 10 for the Bulls and 9 for the Spectre. So, man, I desperately hope it continues on this long, because yes, the Bulls wound up winning, but it was only by 1, and they were down by a margin that they definitely were not expecting. I know you and I probably weren't expecting it to be that severe. They pulled it back. We will get on to game 2 in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We know there have been some technical issues going on with the stream, so please don't go anywhere. We're going to take the stream down for just a moment, get things worked out, and fire things right back up as soon as we possibly can. So please don't go anywhere. We promise we will be right back.
What have you told chat? Or told the guys in game? Sorry.
I just said, so, come here often.
Yeah, I grew up on this farm.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I told you it would be as quickly as possible. I don't even think we had to take the stream down, which says a lot for how just technically adept everybody here is on the back end of things for the MLE broadcast group. We are ready to go. Fallen, do the Spectre need to change anything? Because I feel like they played really well. It's just a surge of Bulls effort at the end of game 1 wound up giving them that game 1 victory by only a single goal.
Honestly, I feel like it more comes down less to the quality of play from the Bulls, because the quality of play was incredibly high. I think it comes down to just that 1v1 mentality. Circuit Board has the beating of the Bulls defense. Definitely. And if they aren't able to shut him down on a more consistent basis, they're going to struggle to keep this series in their favor. And as we get game number 2 underway, we're about to see who this goes in favor to. There's so much to play for here for both teams, specifically the Spectre.
Oh, Circuit Board trying to get that score in early. How many times have we heard that today? Chaser And Circuit Board facing off. This one's sent all the way out wide. Nixick will take this up. Looking for a solo dribble. Only has Circuit Board to beat. Does get that final touch, but Circuit Board had that red all day long. This one high, just off the backboard. Nixick keeping it dangerous. Picks up that full boost, and AppFox gets a strong clearance out wide. Beats Chaser on the 50 as well. Kind of half middling kind of results in that challenge there. Nixick will now give that solo effort another go, but doesn't make contact with the ball off of that wall. Circuit Board and AppFox will look to build some kind of an attack here for the Spectre.
Fox is looking consistently for that touch off of the ball's backboard. He hasn't found it yet, but when he does, you know it's going to be something spectacular. But again, that's maybe not the greatest of touches to take. Throwing the ball deep into the ball's half works 9 times out of 10, unless you're going up against a team that is comfortable on their own backboard. And right now, Chaser and Nixick, they're starting to feel a little bit more relaxed after coming away with game number 1. And really, I feel like this is now their series to lose, considering the momentum has completely swung in their favor.
Circuit Board, a great long shot. Yep, just right then and there. I'll let you talk about this since you were the one that casted it.
Yeah, that's what is known. Yeah, this is what is known as the Fallen Curse. I've named it now, officially. This is a genuine thing I can't shake. Lord have mercy on me. One day.
Oh boy.
One day.
Okay.
Well,
listen, the quicker we can move on, the quicker we can move on from the, proceed with the game, the quicker we can move on from the curse. So, Chaser getting that save, out to Nixick, keeping it in the corner. Circuit Board setting up to receive a pass. Not the worst of passes, but Chaser had it read. This is open only temporarily. AppFox should carry this into his own corner relatively safely. Oh, Circuit Board setting up yet again. He's had very good positioning, waiting for these pass plays to come off, and that one is going to pay off as well. 2-0 now for the Spectre. They are on fire right now.
Honestly, I feel like Chaser didn't need to make that touch there above his to tip it up above his own backboard. He had a bit of room. Could have tried to control it maybe and send it off wide, but instead tees it up, allows Circuit Board all of that room and all of that time. And once again, the Spectre have a 2-goal lead here in a game. Can they hold on to this one, or are they going to drop it like they did game 1?
Circuit Board rotating in. Oh, in front of that near post, and Chaser just slams it over the top of him. Not enough time to react. Bulls are back within 1.
Great angle there from Chaser. It's such a hard thing to do, to hit that off of your own or off of an opponent's backboard and find that angle near post to put it home, but he did so. And Chaser and the Bulls again move within 1 here, and now maybe looking to get another one here. Nixick going up for the double. Oh, and he can't find the angle.
Very close. Chaser looking to clean up, but can't beat AppFox at that near post. This one's sent long. AppFox back flipping. Nixick keeping it in the corner, but just honestly acting as a nuisance right now, which is a playstyle that I personally am a fan of, but it's very boost, anti-boost cost effective, if we can decide that that is a phrase that makes any remote amount of sense. Chaser out into the corner now. Boost efficient. Thank you very much.
Boost efficient.
See, this is why I like working with you. You help me out in tight spots. Dear Lord. Okay, up high.
There's a joke to be made there.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're gonna focus on Rocket League, aren't we? Circuit Board trying to take this across his own side. AppFox looking for the clearance along this side wall now. Only 1 player to beat, but Nixick in a great position. Now it's a 1v1. Oh, and he loses possession of that ball only for a moment there. Still manages to beat Circuit Board.
What a flick.
I got just as bamboozled as the Spectre.
Yeah, I think he baits in Circuit with the sort of misplay there in the midfield, and then just gets an unholy flick up into the air, able to control it, run it down. That is really, that's just a simple goal. It's just a simple piece of mechanical play to get that flick off, even if you feigned not being able to. And really, it's just a mind game and a half on the Spectre's half, and they're now tied up.
Nixick still in the middle. AppFox, relatively strong shot goalwards. Mandatory save from Chaser. Off the back wall, looking for a follow-up touch. Another pass here. Circuit Board now has to sprint all the way back as Nixick prepares to get the pass off. Great pinch, a little bit powerful. Chaser has to wait for this one. AppFox sends it all the way over his head. Nixick catching this. A great clearance there. I gotta say, Fallen, something, especially at levels like the Champion League, something that is underrated is the ability to get strong, direct, well-controlled clearances off of your own backboard, and I think we're seeing some great examples of that here tonight.
Yeah, especially in the case of the Bulls, they've been able to keep this ball away from their own backboard and control it up there so consistently that they've put AbFox's strategy of sending it long and above the backboard almost completely out of touch. Here comes Nixik again. Doesn't get the touch he wants. That's just going to tee it up, but Chaser luckily will be there to clear it up away for him. It feels like it's a case of the Bulls are adapting more to the Spectre than the Spectre are adhering to the Bulls. It's a case of the Bulls managing how the Spectre are playing and slowly starting to unravel the little errors in their play, the little missed rotations, or maybe even just a straight up beat on the ball that the Spectre didn't see coming.
Oh, circuit board missing contact on that one. What a brilliantly placed pass from AbFox. Score remains 2-2. Nixik missing this one. Circuit board may just opt to take this to overtime. Mr. Fallen, game 2 overtime, golden goal. I fear that the next goal here will definitely give us a very clear sign of which way the momentum is heading, because I think if the Spectre pulled this one off, I think we may see some renewed vim and vigor from the boys in purple.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a case of where's this going to go? Nixik with a miss, but Chaser with a great recovery there. Almost missed out on hitting that ball away, and AbFox would have been there and ready for the goal, but 30 seconds gone in this overtime. All to play for both teams, and neither can find the net just yet.
Chaser waiting on the ground. AbFox not able to get that touch. Nixik, another great backward clearance. Oh, looks for the 50. Gets beaten, but Chaser in a great position to deal with the result. Off the right side now. AbFox retreating all the way back, taking his time. Looks for the 50. Chaser will win out on that one. Decent touch from Nixik, not on target. AbFox. Oh, can't beat Nixik. A good touch there. Look for that doink dribble beat. Not something I've ever been good at, but I don't know. I won't waste talking about my lack of ability in Rocket League. I feel like that's widely publicized at this. Exactly. Wow, throwing shade.
I love you,
It's the first game of tonight. Come on, give me a break.
It's the second, technically speaking, because we're in game number 2 here of this 5-match series. And just a quick reminder to the people at home, MLE is a 5-match series league where we play all 5 games. We don't end when the series ends, so even if a team like the Bulls are to go 3-0 here in this series, we will play that 4th and that 5th game, because every game matters. And that was almost the game for the Bulls, but they couldn't find the net.
Chaser has got to be slamming his head on his desk right now. That was just an invitation to walk it into the back of the net, and somehow got to the ball just so slow that it just came off of that far post, and we play on just past the 2-minute mark. We're about to come to a game and a half of Rocket League, played in game number 2. Man, Fallen, I wonder if Circuit Board can get this one. Who can't? You figured that maybe it was going to be the that dagger that the Spectre needed to drive into the heart of the Bulls, but as I said before, we play on. It's still 2-2, yet to find this game winner.
Yeah, and really, in the case of that play there, it was Circuit Board versus Chaser. You sort of had an idea that Circuit Board was going to beat Chaser there. That's sort of his wheelhouse right now in this series. He's been able to beat him whenever he wants in that 1v1. A bit of a double commit there from the Bulls, so will force them to sit back on their own half a little bit, but the pressure is mounting. Can they hold out? For the moment, the answer is yes.
Nixik and Chaser moving up the field, but Nixik pinched that way too far away, losing possession only momentarily. Circuit Board, a great clearance. His 1v1 for the time being. AbFox should look to get to this ball first. Nixik, a great stop. This one's still dangerous. It's up. Chaser misses this one. Spectre players swarming around this ball, but it won't pay off. That pressure finally subsides, and the Bulls will look to build now from the backfield, take a little bit of a sigh of relief. We're at just about 3.5 minutes, Fallen. We could, oh no, this is wide open. If Circuit Board can get there in time, I don't think he can. Waiting for this one to come down, pinch pass. Oh, Fox can't direct it on target. How many misses are we gonna, or misses, you know, scuffed chances rather, are we gonna see? Can't walk this in. A great save from Circuit Board. A demo. Fallen, it's back and forth.
I'm getting Dignitas and Vitality flashbacks. The defense is amazing right now, but there's a missed opportunity. Circuit Board can't find a clean connection. Will be demoed for his efforts. Now a 2v1. AdFox, the only man back. He'll be bumped, but he'll still keep control of the ball. 4 minutes gone. Both teams throwing Hail Marys already. There was an air dribble bump coming in there from AdFox. He can't find it in the midfield. It's back and forth. One shot could do it. Is that the one? It is. Nixick with his 8th shot of the game will send the balls 2-0 up.
You almost knew it was going to happen, how hard it slammed off of that ceiling. You just had a sense that Nixick was going to be perfectly positioned. Oh my lord, Spectre. I truly feel for them. Both teams had so many opportunities in this overtime to just put it away. And I chalk it up to nerves or just, I don't know. That's the only excuse I can find right now. 4 shots each for Circuit Board and AdFox. Equaling that total himself was Nixick, and 3 coming from Chaser. All over the place in terms of offensive effort. It's just yet again, Bulls come away with the 1-goal victory in Game 2. Spectre, oh my, how do you pick yourself up after that?
I don't think you do. I'll be honest with you.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, to think they were leading 2-0. They let it come back again, and it's the Bulls. 3 unanswered goals. Whilst one did sort of take its time to go in, the 4-minute overtime being an example of that, but still, the Spectre cannot maintain a lead, is the story of this matchup so far. They are unable to keep the ball out of their own net once they've gone ahead, and if they can find a way to do that here in game number 3, if they can find a way to get into the lead again, which I'm honestly doubting they'll have the ability to now that the Bulls are fully up to drive. They've not had a delay between games 1 and 2. They've got the blood pumping with that 9-minute game. They've got everything to play for. Both teams have so much to win in this game, especially the Spectre, who need to pick up wins. Who's taking game 3?
I think I would like to say it'll come down to who scores the first 2 goals, but Spectre scored the first 2 goals in Game 2, and we saw them play out just about a 4-minute overtime where the Bulls wound up being the winner. A great opportunity for the Spectre to get things started, and it still won't work out. Fallen, when you find yourself in those situations where you're 2 goals up relatively early on, as AdFox should be able to walk this one back in. He will get there, almost a chance for the save there from Nixick. But when you're in those situations where you've got that 2-goal lead, I mean, talk to me as a player, how much you need to really focus on the rotational foundations and making sure that you are so solid with just your positioning. You know, a good dribble is a good dribble, but at the very least, do everything you can by boosting your chances, or do everything you can to boost your chances by being in the right position. And it just seemed like the Spectre, just after they had that lead, I don't know, maybe they were just getting in their own heads a little bit too much, and they started getting a little bit sloppy with their positioning. I mean, talk to me about what needs to go through these players' minds to make sure that they can close out on such a commanding 2-goal lead.
As someone, humble brag here, as someone that has come away with a series win on stream before, in fact being the first stream of the season, playing with the Spartans in a CL matchup. That one's almost in. Oh, Nick almost put that one away. You have to have the mentality when you go ahead of, okay, let's not fall back into a defensive style. Let's play the same way we have, but just slightly safer. Just try and keep those rotations going. It's about acknowledging with your teammate that, yeah, we're ahead. That's good. We're doing a good job. Let's not stop messing that up now. Let's continue keeping our comms up. Let's not lose position to them sort of easily. Let's not give them time to breathe. And right now the Bulls, they aren't giving them time to breathe. They're suffocating the Spectre in their own half. The Spectre have no boost to work with. Finally, AdFox will pick up 100, but it might be too late. Nah, Circuit Board will clear it away.
Bulls have tripled the shots of Spectre, but unfortunately, Spectre have the 1 goal to come away with. So that pressure is all well and good if you can't score from it. As the words leave my mouth, Nixick will have the 4th shot for the Bulls equal the 1st goal in Game 3 for the team.
That's your turn to receive the Fallen Curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick Sig, I mentioned him coming into this as the player to watch, as the man for the Bulls, who I personally think is one of the best players in Champion League. And right now, he's living up to that moniker, chasing just almost finding the open net. I think Circuit Board went for boost, just was not expecting the shot there, but Nick's defensive capabilities so far to keep the Bulls in this series cannot be understated. All throughout that 4-minute overtime, it was Nick, the man back, getting the job done. When Circuit Board beat Chaser, Nick was there to keep the ball out, just to rotate it at the far post. He's been absolutely pitch perfect with his rotations, and right now, I'm looking to see him keep it up and hopefully take the Bulls to their 3rd game win here to help keep their playoff chances afloat.
Circuit Board. Oh, what a shot. I thought that was going to be a backboard pass, but he knew better than I did. A well-placed shot. Just over 2 minutes left, and the Spectre have the lead again.
That is the first time that the Spectre have lost the lead and then regained it at some point during the series. I know we're only in Game 3. We have another 2 games to play after this, but that is a sign that maybe the Spectre are looking a little bit better in terms of their mentality. They're not as flustered every time they go behind, or they get scored on now by the Bulls and say, look for a pinch in the midfield. That would have been something. But the Bulls, whilst they've looked good, I thought Nick had that, they've just sort of been too lax in giving the Spectre so much room and time to build their attacks and build that pressure, and then they've just sort of folded inwards on defense.
Nick sick. Actually, no, Circuit Board will land on him. Chaser now taking over. Fox getting a great amount of contact on that one, sending it completely horizontal. Chaser 0 boost, so Nick Sick will go for it. This one could be on target, but Chaser will most certainly be there in time to stop it from going in. Fox, a great beat at that near post. Circuit Board will be there. Here is another 2-goal lead fallen, except it is now even further in the Spectre favor because they only have to defend it for another, 71 seconds. I feel like this could be doable.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're looking very good. They're stable on defense. They're quick on the counterattack. They're getting the beats in the midfield on those 50s. It is everything that you need to do to take a series, and right now they are looking like the better team on the field. They're just able to beat out the Bulls in every aspect of their gameplay, and as the Bulls have to now start sending long balls down, the pressure is going to start mounting on them. They can't get the job done in this game. They can't finish off this series unless they pick up 2 goals in the next 45 seconds.
Set very, very high. Circuit Board well done at the very least to keep the ball away from the Bulls players as long as possible. This one dangerous. Chaser won't beat Circuit Board to the ball, and this one sent out wide. Fox just needs to plant his car behind the ball. A great beat, in fact. Circuit Board's too far away to take advantage, but at the very least, still precious seconds burned off of this clock, guaranteeing, or well, getting closer at least to guaranteeing Spectre this Game 3 win, something they need so desperately. This one's off the ceiling. Chaser clearing this. Circuit Board right there to stop the momentum. Nick Sick off that side wall. Fox, won't make contact. Circuit Board up early. I thought that was a dangerous decision, but it paid off. This one will hit the ground. Fallen. The Spectre have their first game of the series, and hopefully a huge boost in confidence coming with it.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is exactly what they needed to do. They were 1 game away from losing the series before it really even got going. And now they're in a position where they have the series almost within reach. They just need to win this next game, take it to a Game 5, and they'll have all of the momentum in the world by that point to take this one home.
100%. I mean, so if we look at the stats here just a little bit, 4 saves from the Bulls, only 2 from the Spectre. So in my view, and the shot total was a lot closer, but in my view, that signifies a team that all of a sudden has done a much better job at keeping the pressure on their opponents. Spectre pinning the Bulls back in their own half, forcing them to make saves because of all of the shots that they're able to take in quick succession. Spectre, you guys, you found it. You found the key to taking this series. You're not out of it yet. You've got 2 games left. Yes, it's not all about series wins, but a series win means you got the majority of games out of there. So it's still important to look to get those minimum 3 games. Spectre is still in it with a shot. Employ the tactics that we just saw from Game 3, and they have all the chance in the world of making this happen.
Yeah, and especially with Apt and Circuit Board playing as well as they have done, as we get game number 4 underway. Really, it's been a tale of 2 halves, it feels like, so far. You had the opening half of this series, which was the Bulls capitalizing on brilliant overtime last-second winners, and now you have the Spectre's half of it, where they're just scoring off of kickoffs. An absolutely beautiful shot from Apt Fox to take the early lead.
All by himself, didn't need any help, popped that up like he was in a 1v1 game and had all the time in the world. Beautifully done. And Spectre, I think if they can get one more goal here and still manage to pin the Bulls back in their half like they were doing all throughout Game 3, I think we have finally seen that team with renewed vim and vigor like I was talking about earlier on in the series. Oh, and then Chaser is just going to tie it right back up.
Great pass in from Nick up off the wall there. Goes in, gets in front of the ball in case Circuit Board clears it away. And Chaser's just there to instead just read the ball and put it home. It's like they were reading each other's plays before it was even happening. Chaser knew that his teammate wasn't going to get there, so he decided, I'll do it myself. Put on the gauntlet and snapped his fingers. The Bulls are equal again.
Apt Fox, hesitating too much in goal, too little boost to deal with that incoming shot from Nixick. Bulls are back ahead. Stop me if you've heard that one before.
Good play there from Chaser, going over the top of Apt Fox. If he was to go up, he was dead. So it was a brilliant little play there from Chaser to act as almost a blocker for that shot, making sure it found the back of the net. And Nixick's placement was almost perfect. Off of the far post and in. You can't ask for better than that, unless it was top corner. I feel like that would be the only thing.
You're expecting a lot from these players, my friend. Nixick. Woo! We haven't even seen 60 seconds, and Bulls have just about matched. No, I think the first game 4 goals. Whatever. They scored a ton of goals in a very small amount of time.
Yeah, the game number 1 was a 4-3 for the Bulls. Game 2 was a 3-2 for the Bulls. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat.
You got that one. That one I remember.
And then a 3-1. Oh, they look for the pinch shot. That's risky, and it will cost them here. Circuit Board will get a second.
Do you think this is overconfidence, or maybe just like, hey, screw it, we'll give it a shot, and it just flat out didn't work?
Bit of both, honestly. I mean, come on, you're on stream. You might as well go for something flashy.
Exactly.
Get yourself on Player of the Week. You might as well. I mean, Player of the Week is a very important thing to be a part of, because if you do win it, free case of Bulls Guarana.
100%. Mr. Fallen, they can win Play of the Week, or at the very least be eligible for winning Play of the Week. If you guys see a clip that you think is absolutely insane, clip it through Twitch and post it either to Twitter or in the correct Discord channel with the hashtag POTW, and the winners of those votes will get a case of Balls Guarana. Woo, Circuit Board making a case to get himself a case here. A great, just brilliantly placed shot, maybe 2 pixels away from the underside of that bar. That was gorgeous.
It didn't even hit the crossbar. That's how good that shot was.
Yeah.
You can't ask for more, again, unless it's top corner. But it was top half of the net this time, so a little bit more promising, lads. Come on, we can go for a top corner shot any time of the week. We've already seen Apt Fox do it. Why can't the Bulls do it now? But Circuit Board will look to try and take this one forward. I feel like the Spectre, they've got to start employing more of those counter-attacking strategies. That one was on target, wasn't it? Circuit Board forced to clear it away. They've got to play more counter-attacking, because that's how they worked things out the first time around. But in this game, if they can't find a way to play counter-attacking, tick-attacker almost gameplay, they're not going to be able to keep the Bulls at bay.
4-3 to the Bulls, courtesy of Chaser. facing off against AppFox here with this kickoff. Nick Six sending it high and long, looking for a double tap. Not enough boost to get up to the ball. And now a 2v1, well, actually a 1v1 there. Nick Six had a brilliantly lucky bump on his rotation back. Nick Six gets up to that ball just in time. AppFox, oh no, runs out of boost. This one's going to find the back of the net. 5-3 now for the Bulls. Nick Six is just banging them home. Yeah,
this is why he is my MVP of the Bulls roster, my MVP of Champion League. This man, he just scores when he wants. And I'm not going to say it because I know that Inanimate J and you want me to say it. But he does score what he wants.
Listen, I'm not pressuring anybody into anything. You've had enough caster curse allegations for one evening, so I'll lay off of that one.
Oh.
A brilliant shot from Circuit Board. I didn't see Chaser just couldn't quite get back there in time, and I don't blame him. It wasn't Chaser, apologies, it was Nick. That came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, I mean, there was a touch in the midfield from Chaser, and then the ball was in the back of the net. I really took my eye off it for a second there, and it just found a way in. But in the case of pressuring people into doing things, we do want to make something fully aware for the chat. There is currently a thing you can do with your points. If you have up to 2,000 points currently saved up for yourselves, feel free to donate them to the points challenge that we've got going on to #FreeSleek. Yep, we said it on stream. That means it's now canon. If we can freeze League by the end of the deadline, I believe it's 18 days left on it, we will officially receive something. I'm not sure what it is. I'm kind of terrified, I'll be honest with you. And as the Bulls almost go and get tied up by the Spectre and then immediately turn it around and get a 6th goal for themselves, I feel like that's a perfect time to waste 2k points.
Couldn't agree more myself. Circuit Board, I mean, honestly, an unlucky demo turn for this ball, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to prove that Nick Six meant for that demo to happen. I think it was just a very fortuitous coming together there. 7-4 now for the Bulls. They are starting to run away with this game 4. I fear that if the Spectre aren't able to find the loud pedal soon, we're destined for a bit of a bludgeoning here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game that the Bulls needed to win. They felt like they should have maybe taken something more out of Game 3, but they haven't been able to do so, weren't able to do so at the time. And now, with all of the pressure here in Game number 4, they do not want to take this one to a Game 5 decider. They want to ruin the Spectre's comeback story before it even gets going. And right now, with that interception from Chaser, that might as well secure it. 8-4 for the Bulls.
Fallen, what changed? The Spectre were looking so good, and then I don't know. The Bulls just started to play a completely different game.
I can tell you.
Hit me.
The Bulls started pressuring higher up the field. This is literally all they've done. Chaser has been more aggressive with his challenges. Nick Six has been quicker with his rotations going forward into the midfield, and they've just been cutting out the Spectre's passing plays and their controlling plays in the midfield. They've been stopping them from doing that. Plus the chemistry between Chaser and Nick is starting to really come alive as Nick almost finds the back of the net there and will be bumped into position to maybe make an early challenge, but AppFox will take it up to the backboard. Good clearance away there from Chaser, and Nick Six will get it over the top. Once again, the Bulls in driving seat. A door demo! My lord, that was brilliant from both Circuit and Chaser.
Almost literal instant karma. I thought that first demo was very much calculated by the Bulls, but it was paid back so quickly that the entire plan that was based around that demo completely fell apart. So in all honesty, very well done from the Spectre dealing with that. It doesn't change the fact that with about 15 seconds left, they're still 4 goals down. They will concede the series. At the very least, they have Game 5 to look up to. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to minor league esports, this is the whole reason why we play all 5 games in a series. When it comes to playoff qualification, the first statistic looked at is the amount of games that you have won. So sure, they lost the series, but it is now up to the Spectre to take as much of a positive result from this overall negative result as they possibly can. They're more than in it with the shout. We need to see something to deal with this high-pressure offense from the Bulls. 14 shots spread evenly between Nixick and Chaser on the Bulls. That is terrifying. I'm very glad I'm not a Spectre player now, because it's very easy for me to say, something's got to change. I have no idea what to do. I'd be wetting my pants right now. Yeah, I got you.
What I will say, the Spectre need to do is they need to start playing. They can't afford to play passive anymore. They have to start getting aggressive, because they've been getting goals off of making the Bulls make mistakes. They've been forcing them to make mistakes. And if they are able to do that on a more consistent basis, then maybe they'll find a way to break down that defense, which we know isn't necessarily the most sturdy thing that has ever been put up. It's not like, you know, the Great Wall of China. Well, actually, it is like the Great Wall of China. It gets knocked down once every few hundred years. But really, okay, that's a good joke. It has been. The Great Wall of China has fell multiple times.
No, I'm not doubting your historical accuracy. I'm doubting why you ever went with that reference in the first place.
Because they're a brick wall that is being punched through by the quality of play that is the circuit board flicking people. Pretty much. That's all it is.
In the middle of all this nonsense, Chaser's busy scoring 5 seconds in, giving the Bulls I won't say a commanding lead, but definitely a command of the momentum coming into this game number 5. AppFox trying to change that, but just barely wide.
I would like to say, for the person calling for my ban in chat, that's never happening. They can't get rid of me. They
Don't
really
tempt
can.
fate, my friend.
They really can. Oh, that's big news. I just want to make that aware for you. If the Spectres lose this game, they can't make playoffs, statistically.
That is a dire situation for the Spectre to be in. So at the very least, or not at the very least, but now,
minimum.
On top of, yeah, exactly. Thank you, God. See,
welcome.
You're just perfect. On top of simply just needing to pull a positive result out of this, now they have the added drive of needing this final game to even have a shot of making it into playoffs. So if that's not enough motivation, then quite simply, I don't know what's going to be. Oh, great shot from circuit board. But can't beat the defense. And Nixick, can't direct that one on target. Wide open. You want that chance back.
People are asking how much we get paid to do this. Literally, how much are you paid to do this?
Many pats on the back, my friend.
And Balls Garana.
And Balls Garana, that's very true.
And honestly, I gotta thank the Gaming Bear for supplying me. He doesn't live too far from me. He's done a great job at getting those delivered to my house. Anyway, back on the gameplay. Just wanted to put that up there. Anyway, Nixick, good attempt on net. But you don't think the players know about that, right? I mean, it's very hard to have a player on a team have to not only focus on the stats side of things in terms of statistical probability of you making the playoffs and, you know, what games you need to win, etc., and also then focus on the gameplay. That doesn't happen very often unless you've got someone like DK on your team.
I'm going to take the lazy option and actually throw that question back to you, because you, my friend, are a general manager of a franchise in MLE. Would you, if you had one of your rosters in this situation, would you volunteer that information, or would you just try and have them play it out, as Chaser is definitely playing his entire heart out, getting goal number 2 9 seconds before halftime?
Well, I told my AL, CL, and ML boys this weekend, because we're all vying for playoffs in each of those leagues. We are very close to the wildcard spots, if not already in them. I've told them, play your hearts out. Don't think about the stats, because the stats will wear you down mentally, and you need to be putting all of your brain to the game instead of into what is going up with the statistics side of things. An opportunity there, saved by Nixick, the defensive maestro for the Bulls.
AppFox out across midfield, but Nixick takes it right off of his hood. A great pass. Can't follow up. This one's open. All AppFox needs to do is knock this in a dead straight line. I almost couldn't look. I thought that was rolling up the post. Thank goodness it found the back of the net. Spectre are still in this, still have time to make something happen, but better sooner than later.
I've been informed of something in chat. I can't say it on stream because that ruins the narrative. Carrying on with the game. We'll get to it. Don't worry. An opportunity now will come for the Spectre. Can they get a goal? Yes, they can. They tie things up. This game is not over yet.
Great finish by AppFox, just tucking this all the way across the face of goal. I maybe would have been better served putting it a little bit closer to that near post, but at the end of the day, a goal is a goal. Just under that 2-minute mark, and things are all tied up. Spectre are still looking good for taking game number 5. They really need to find their shooting boots.
Yeah, I honestly, what I'm surprised about is the Bulls haven't scored a goal so far. They've actually been quite passive on offense, as that is a pinch and a half from the Spectres there to send that one into the Bulls' half. It feels like both teams have been very evenly balanced in this game in terms of offensive capabilities and applying pressure. Neither team has taken a full control of Game 5, mainly, I feel, out of respect for the other, just not wanting to overcommit or overstay their welcome, and it's really caused this quite a stalemate and quite an even Game 5.
Oh, Chaser, a good opportunity to put that goalward, but accuracy letting him down just a little bit. Has an opportunity to pass it out, goes for the ground pinch, but not powerful enough. Circuit board putting a testing shot on goal, nothing too threatening. A great stop there from Chaser in the midfield. Retreating now, Circuit board facing off against Chaser, gets a great 50. AppFox should be there to capitalize. It's a shot, it's just off of the crossbar, so close. Spectre, they are, you know that they're doing everything in their power to avoid taking this to overtime. They do not want a repeat of Game 2.
Yeah, especially in the situation that they find themselves in now. They're forced to try and get offensive. They need to take this game. It all relies on it. Circuit board with the flick, but Nick was there for the read. That one's on target. Open net. AppFox will send it home. They take a lead.
Beautifully put away. That's the accuracy you are looking for, especially at that midfield mark. Fallen, it sounds dumb, but genuinely an underrated ability in this game is to simply put the ball on target from anywhere on the field, because you can take advantage of simple situations like that where clearly no one else is going to get to this ball in time, and all you need to do is bang it on target. So many of those chances go by the wayside because people just simply aren't able to direct the ball goalwards. Beautifully put away by the Spectre, and now with 5 seconds left, it's looking like they are indeed going to put game number 5 into their pocket. Going for one more, won't get it, doesn't matter. Spectre come away with game number 5 to end the series at a 2-3 loss. Bulls still taking the series, but Spectre, at the very least, like we said, they made the absolute best of a bad situation.
Yeah, and the Bulls with that 3-2 will move to 30-25 in the terms of their games record. They're moving ever closer to securing that playoff position. I think they may or may not have just moved up a spot in the table by the end of the week. We'll find out when the tables wrap around and every other series is wrapped up by Tuesday. But for the Spectre, it is time to reveal the heartbreaking news. They were already mathematically eliminated after game 1.
No,
they needed
Fallen.
They needed to 5-0 every single game coming into this,
man,
and they weren't able to do so. But the comeback was inspired. 2-3 overall. It has been a good showing from the Spectre and a great showing for AppFox and Circuit board, showing that they're able to put goals in against a very talented and very powerful Bulls roster, who, mathematically speaking, should have destroyed them. They gave us a series to watch, and we can only thank them for that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Spectre, well fought for the Bulls, but at the end of the day, Bulls did wind up taking it 3-2 series scoreline. On the other side of this break, Fallen, we are going to see a mirror image of this match. It's going to be Spectre and Bulls again, but this time a step down in terms of our ranks. We're visiting the Academy League on the other side of this break.